The reason I wanted to do this video with you, Lena, is because not only is because you and the room are both looking particularly beautiful this time of twilight, but your mind is starting to wander. And as George says, beware of darkness, beware of sadness, beware. And so you want to distract me by making a video. Well, when we talk, just the two of us, not on camera, telepathically mostly, right? Yes. Unless you sometimes do let me come through, and sometimes I prefer that you do that so that you can really hear me, but mostly when it's just us together, we talk within our telepathic channel. Yes. But your mind tends, when you're feeling particular anxiety, for whatever reason, on any particular given day, you don't hear me as I try to assuage your fears. All right. So, but, okay. Okay, so we're just here having a little powwow, you and me, on this beautiful Friday twilight time evening. It's really, really a nice time of day to clear the channel and breathe together a little bit. We haven't done the EMDR in a while. How do you feel about doing that maybe for a little bit? I'll do it. All right. Okay, great. Found a great one. This one is for follow the ball, folks. You too, Lena. All right. The ball is what you're keeping your mind on. The other stuff is just extraneous. But this particular exercise helps with post-traumatic stress disorder, panic, anxiety, overthinking. Lena, she is guilty of that, I am sorry to announce. Right? I was a big one on that too. Keep your eye on the ball, Lena. All right, let me move this blanket a little bit. I was a big one for overthinking always. Yeah. The thing is, you try to plan for disaster when you're like we are. When you have the type of upbringing you've had, parents that couldn't give you the security that every child needs, you become your own police officer, you become your own savior. Early on, you do that or you sink. You have no choice. You're not given that choice. A lot of times, though, as a child, you don't always realize that God and the angels are with you. Sometimes that only comes later. Or sometimes you're one of those kids that is born with this innate belief that God will always take care of you. Which one were you, Lena? I always felt like God loved me, and I didn't get that from church or anything like that. I was aware of a presence that I felt was always telling me that I was beautiful, even though my parents were telling me otherwise. There was always a presence from a very early age of a little voice telling me how beautiful and special I was and how much that voice loved me. So I thought that must be God. I didn't think I could be making it up. It didn't occur to me that I was making it up. I had that same voice, Lena. And it was your voice, too. And what you heard was my voice, right? We figured that out later, but let's take a few deep breaths. And you're comfortable, honey? Yeah, my hands are a little cold. It's freezing in here today. I don't know why. It doesn't feel like spring. Eyes on the ball, Lena. All right, you have to. You know what? Get a little pillow here for some. How's that? Better. Much better. You always make things better. You always want to know if I'm comfortable. One of the first things Johnny asked me when he started coming through, maybe the first thing really that I heard very clearly, honey, I want you to be comfortable. Are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable with me? Please say yes. Please say you're comfortable with me, Lena. I've waited so long to be with you, but I want you to be comfortable. And I don't want to leave. I want to stay. Yes, honey. I remember. And I said, you better stay, man. You ain't going nowhere, John boy. You just got here. Sit down. sit right here in Lena's lap here. And I did too. You're smiling. Yes. And crying. Yes. How do you feel about what we spoke about earlier with regarding channels and psychic mediums? It was a private conversation, by the way, if anybody's viewing this video. I would prefer that it remain private for now. Okay, that's all you had to tell me, John. Well, but I just want to know how you feel about it now. As opposed to last night, eyes on the ball. That was my fault, though. Sorry. That's okay, Johnny. I feel like I feel better, but at the same time, I feel like that could change. Yeah. And then I'll be anxious about it again. See, I don't mind meeting other psychic mediums. I don't mind chatting with other psychic mediums, but I consider myself something different. I'm a clear channel. I think that's a different thing. I don't think I'm a run-of-the-mill psychic medium the way people label themselves. But I don't trust the... Go ahead, Lena. I don't trust anybody now. I don't trust people who are not believers, and I don't trust people who claim to understand and practice psychic phenomenon. I feel very secure when we're just doing our mission and not fraternizing with the riffraff. That's not what I said. Well, I get the feeling that the people that you're introducing me to are not riffraff. Many have a similar story to my own, but at the same time, people turn, and I don't know. I think there's something competitive about, well, especially when it comes to John, there's something competitive going on within the framework of the so-called psychic medium network when it comes to John Lennon. People are very proprietary. Is that the word? I believe so. They appropriate me. Right. They're very, possessive of a connection that they perceive to have with him. And somehow my twin flame connection with John shakes everybody up, and, you know, I don't know, destabilizes their perceived connection with him. John has been a spirit guide to many people. I will repeat this again and again because John has repeated it to me again and again. He is a very popular spirit guide in the outer realms because of his popularity during his last earthly incarnation. He is easily recognizable, and when, you know, our mission is to get people to believe in and realize that there is an afterlife and that God and Mother are good and loving and want us to come home. And there's a lot of facets to it, but a lot of it has to do with, vanquishing evil, and John is like the ideal spokesperson at this time in history. He is the ideal spokes soul, if you will. So it's his job to be popular. It's his job to be a popular spirit guide to people. And that's great. Yeah. And I was thank you, Lena. And I was telling Lena, you're my partner, though. You're my partner in this thing. You are my earthly partner in this thing. And all the people that I guide are also partners in a form with me to pass this stuff on and do it effectively. Pass on the good word, so to speak. Uh-oh, we dropped the bowl. Yeah, we did. That's not good. Get up there. But the twin flame thing is something that they're gonna have to start grasping that. Well, this latest person, she does grasp the twin flame thing. She's been waiting for this transmission from you. All right. She's been waiting for this. Does she know she's been waiting for it? She knows it now. So you just sit back and contact has been made, and that's all you have to do. It's unmistakable, it's unshakable. When people see the volume of our work together, it's quite unshakable and unmistakable that this is what the mission has been building up to at this particular point in history. The Ascension mission, yes, and the Twin Flame mission. Twin Flame is at the forefront of the Ascension. The Twin Flames are at the we are the power teams. We are the power couples. We've had our work cut out for us for a very long time now. Yes, keep your eye on that ball. So whatever you see about other psychic mediums who have channeled me in the past, don't sweat the small shit is what I'm telling you. Don't worry about what people's reaction to you is going to be. You did your job. You made sure that they saw you. We have our mission, they have theirs. Go ahead, ask me anything. Do you still contact these particular channels? I am contacting them now with you. That's how it works. Now, the contact that we make is me and you to them. The team. Throw that one back on there. All right. Come on, Bowley. Bouncy Bowley. What if they don't want to? I don't really care who wants to talk to you or who doesn't want to talk to you. And if they only want to talk to John, then they're not going to be getting John. And they can think they're getting John, but they're not getting John. There's many imposters out there waiting for a chance to jump in. Whoever makes this contact and connection is they're talking to both of us, and that's where they're at with that. All right. End of topic. Okay. And I think that's where your anxiety comes from. A lot of that, all the the competitiveness, the pushiness, the claims that people make on my soul, on my very soul. Of course, it's upsetting to you. It's. I've spent the last 12 years explaining this mission to you, and then people come and it rattles your cage, and it's just the kind of thing that makes me, John, feel like I have to work harder to push your anxiety back down to a non-existent level, which hasn't been for a while now. You've been going through a lot, but everyone is right now. Breathe. So we can continue this as long as you like, and we can shut the camera off now. I feel like it's been a good conversation. And is there anything that you would like to ask me, Lena? Please ask me now. Of course, you have as long as you want, camera or no camera, to ask me whatever you want. Is the nature of our life together. But is there anything you'd like to say before we turn this camera off? You almost said blasted camera. Well, I feel like I wish it didn't have to come to this to get my point across, so that you could really truly hear me and I could make sense with you. But I'm sorry, I lose my patience and it's not right. You're fine, Johnny. I love you, and I'm ready to turn the camera off. Everything's cool. We made contact with another person who has done some channeling with John, and that is cool. I hope it works out well. I hope they're, an ally, because they seem to want the same things we want. Love, peace, and communication. Right. Praise be God and Mother. I love you so much. I love you too, honey. The CMDR is pretty good stuff. It sure is.